Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. From this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic related to AI, that is GitHub Copilot. So from now onwards, we are going to talk about what is GitHub Copilot. Today we will just have the introduction part of this session, where we will just discuss like what exactly the GitHub Copilot is, what are the features that are offered by the GitHub Copilot, and where we can utilize it, right? And in the upcoming session, we will see like how to set up the GitHub Copilot and all the practical example one by one with proper prompts. Okay, so this is how we are going to conduct this entire series. But before we proceed further with this, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the Sharmit digital course book first, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3600 plus content available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can easily consume the content. And if there is any question or a query regarding that, you can simply reach out to me through comment section, so that I would be more than happy to answer your questions there. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So as I mentioned, like in today's session, we will just mainly talk what exactly GitHub Copilot and why we use it. Okay, so if you can see this tagline, it is enough to explain like what exactly GitHub Copilot. It's your AI pair programmer. Okay, so GitHub Copilot is your AI pair programmer. So you can use it as a you can use GitHub Copilot as a programmer assistant. Okay, it can help you in all phases of software development. Okay, whether it's coding, suggestions, and documentation, testing, right? In all aspects, you can utilize GitHub Copilot. So let's go one by one. Firstly, I'll explain you with the definition. Then we'll talk about some of the most important features of GitHub Copilot, and then we'll see like what are the all possible ways to use GitHub Copilot. Okay, all right, so let's see what we have. Okay, so the very first question, let's say if you are in interview or exam and someone directly asks you what is GitHub Copilot, so you can simply say GitHub Copilot is an AI powered coding assistant that provides real-world code suggestion and help developers write, understand, and improve code directly within their development environment. Okay, so this type of tool is known as GitHub Copilot. Okay, I'm sure like you all might have heard about the Copilot only, or maybe GitHub only. Okay, but this product is named as GitHub Copilot, combination of both, right? Which is mainly used as a AI powered coding assistant that can provide you the real-time code suggestion, help developer write, understand, and improve code directly within their development environment. So let's say if you are utilizing VS Code for your development, so inside VS Code, when you start writing some code, it will automatically suggest to you like whether it is correct or not, or it can be written in a better way or not. Okay, so that comes under a code suggestion. It can also write a complete code for you. It can also like help you to prepare the documentation for it. So these are the all things that we can say that are enough to explain that yes, it is a AI powered coding assistant tool. Okay, fine. Now if we break down this definition into four major parts, so these are the parts. First is code suggestion. So as I mentioned, like it provides inline code completion and suggestion as you type based on the context from your code and comment. So it can directly access your source code within, because it is within your development environment, right? So from that development environment, it can check the context of your source code and comments, and then it provides the inline code completion suggestion whenever you type something. Okay, so let's say if you are if you put some comment and you want to write some logic, so you just note down the comment, right? So according to your source code and requirement, it will suggest you the code. Okay, second thing is code assistance. So yes, it can help explain code, suggest fix, and support debugging by analyzing the existing code context. So it can directly access your existing source code, and on the basis of that source code it will do the analysis and then help you to code, suggest fix. Let's say if there are some existing bugs in your source, so it will directly suggest the fix for it, and also support the debugging tips as well. Okay, then we have third thing, that is documentation support. So yes, it can help you to generate and improve the code comments and document for better readability and maintenance. And we all know that documentation is something that is important in every phase of IT, right? Whether you are a developer, tester, analyst, right? In all these phases you need a documentation, right? So yes, you can utilize GitHub Copilot to prepare a proper document as per your requirement. You can just provide a proper prompt and then it will provide you the all required comments and testing. That I'll show you, like we'll see everything practically, like all the use cases of it. But for now, just keep it in mind that yes, it can support documentation also. Okay, next we have automate task. So yes, like every AI model, it can streamline repetitive workflows and scaffold the entire project. Okay, so as per the requirement, let's say if there is any particular repetitive task which is repetitive in nature, so you can use GitHub Copilot to do that task, to automate that task. Clear? So I think now it's quite clear like what exactly GitHub Copilot is. Now we'll talk about the key features, okay, in detail, like what are the key features that are offered by GitHub Copilot. The first thing is real-time code suggestion, as we discussed. So it provides the code completion as you type, using the context from the current file and surrounding code. So it can just check out all your surrounding code and then accordingly it will suggest you the real-time code suggestion. Second thing is natural language to code. So it allows developer to write comments or prompt in plain English and receive corresponding code suggestion. So let's say if, as I mentioned, like if in editor, if you put some comment in a very simple, in a plain English, let's say if you want to validate the email, so you will put validating email address. Okay, so this is a comment. So what it will do, it will just simply check your comment which is in natural language and then automatically convert it into your perfect logic for email validation and then suggest you. So if you like that suggestion, you can keep it, otherwise you can rewrite the prompt so that you can get the required code. Okay, third thing is Copilot chat. Yes, it enables interactive conversation to explain code, generate solution and assist with development tasks inside the editor. So yes, you can utilize Copilot chat to ask some question like a normal chatbot. Okay, but I would not say it is a normal chatbot because there are it can access your source file and it can suggest you the things in a deeper way. Next thing is multi-language support. Yes, it can support all languages like Python, JavaScript, Java, C++ and many more. Okay. Next we have is context awareness assistance. It uses the context of your code base to generate more relevant and accurate suggestions. After that, you can say yes, test and code generation is also very easy because it helps generate unit tests, boilerplate code and common programming pattern to speed up the entire development process. So these are the some most important useful features of GitHub Copilot. Now once we understand what is GitHub Copilot and features, now it's time to understand where or what all possible ways are there through which we can access the GitHub Copilot. The first and very important is the first, that is integrated development environment IDE. So let's say if you are using VS Code, Visual Studio, JetBrains or any other IDE, so you can directly use GitHub Copilot there. Okay, so it supports you can utilize directly inside a IDE. Second thing is mobile. Yes, you can also download a GitHub Copilot application and through that application like you can interact as a chat with the chat interface to ask your question and get coding help on the mobile devices. Okay. Third is terminal environment. So yes, you can utilize Copilot in terminal experiences such as Windows terminal, right? So that you can use. Of course, like you can utilize it command line interface, so it interact with Copilot through the GitHub CLI to get help with the commands and workflows. And like other AI models, like you can use GitHub website. On the website, like you can directly use the chat feature, and through that chat feature you can ask the question with your GitHub Copilot. Okay, so in upcoming session I'll show you like how to set up this for IDE. Okay, I'll use VS Code because mostly people use VS Code, so there I'll use maybe Python because it's a common language, and we'll see like how we can use GitHub Copilot to implement the task. So in next session we will just talk about the setup part, like how to set up. Okay, and then one by one we will go deeper in this series. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.